It's the R&B Show, the podcast dedicated to prep sports in the USA Today Network, Wisconsin area, and beyond. Featuring Ricardo Arguello.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating up all the food.
And Brett Christopherson.
This guy threw at his own kid in a father-son game.
Produced by Jim Rosendick.
The once great chef, now a study in muffishness.
And Trent Tetzloff.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
And now, the best dang prep sports duo in Wisconsin. Here's Ricardo and Brett.
Yes. Welcome to the R&B Show, episode number 22 of our second season. The only podcast dedicated to high school sports in the Fox Valley. I'm your co-host, Ricardo Arguello. Sitting alongside with me, as always, is Brett Christopherson. But someone's missing, Brett.
Yeah.
Over on the producer's side over there, we got my man, Jim Rosendick. You call him Rosie. But we're missing a certain young man.
Yeah.
Trent Tetzloff.
That's right. That's his name. Forgot his name.
Yeah, he was here a minute ago. I don't know where he is now.
Well, listen, I know we saw an email that Trent, with the snow. We'll talk about that here in a second. I'm crabby today, by the way.
Why are you crabby?
I know that's shocking, but Trent mentioned he's a little under the weather in his email. However, is he sick or is he tired? Because Trent, I know you're watching. I know you're listening. I know you were staying up late watching that Indiana-Wisconsin double overtime game when you're supposed to be up and in the office at 4:30 a.m. I'm calling you out, Trent. I'm calling you out.
And they lost.
Yes, I was in the office as that game was going on. But Trent, you're here in spirit, my friend. He's probably rewatching that game.
If he truly is under the weather, we wish him nothing but the best.
Of course. We need you back in here. Back in here. We'll get you next week.
Fast.
We're still going to do the fantasy draft, though, right, Brett?
Yes.
We're still doing it.
We're doing one of his favorite topics.
Yes, that's too bad, my friend.
Bad. I want to say this, too. This is why I'm crabby, because how in the world can it continue to snow for 24 hours straight?
And I just got done shoveling it before I came in here about 45 minutes. It was really light, fluffy snow, too, so it didn't break the back.
But how? I mean, we've had so many of these snowstorms, if you want to call them that, and it doesn't ever stop snowing.
Doesn't stop.
It just goes on and on and on. I don't ever remember anything like this. It started snowing yesterday, like at 1 in the afternoon, and it's been going all night, and now it's still snowing outside.
I know. What's the point of shoveling?
There is no point in shoveling.
No.
I just wait till it's done, and now we're supposed to get like 2 to 4 inches Friday night.
I miss Florida.
And I don't know if you guys saw my tweet and my Facebook post, but Monday marks the beginning of the high school spring season in the state. Track and field practices start on Monday.
Right. That's because that's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see 12 inches of snow outside.
There is no way early April when the outdoor meets start that those tracks are going to be ready to go. There's no way.
No way.
You might as well start canceling those already.
Cancel them.
Because you see how cold it's supposed to get?
No.
It's supposed to get bitter cold now this weekend.
Again?
Bitter cold.
Oh, my God.
Mother Nature, she hates us.
She does.
And it's March on Friday, March 1st.
She's laughing.
That's right. But I will say this, though, Brett. The good thing is that the high school or the spring season goes by quick.
Well, it's good because baseball fields, softball fields, soccer fields, they're not going to be ready.
Teams are going to be at the state tournament with like 15 games.
It's going to be like last year all over again.
Yeah.
Except it's kind of a reverse. We're just getting piled up here in February. It's sickening.
Sickening. Well, here's what we have on tap today. Going to talk a little about state wrestling, recap that. I was there. Talk about WI hoops and the playoff updates with the girls are at the sectional level, BC, and the boys just started the regionals yesterday. So we'll kind of do a quick glimpse or a quick recap of those, and also preview our varsity roundtable tonight. Features wrestlers Bryson Alstein of Kaukauna, Sam Peters of Freedom, and also Brett, you got to choose the topic today. You're going to vote, though, by the way. We need all three of us to vote, but you got to choose the topic, which is what?
Favorite sugary cereals.
Yes.
Not the Raisin Brands of the world, not the Wheaties of the world. We want bad cereal sugar, but
here's
it
the thing,
so
Brett.
Good.
I want you to participate in this because I think it's a topic that you know well. Then we will.
I do eat a lot of cereal.
I eat cereal too. We're gonna have Trent then pick the winner. How about that?
Yeah,
He's not
do
here.
that.
We'll have Trent in a subsequent tweet or whatever pick who he feels the winner should be.
Yeah, this was kind of his topic. So,
I know. So he can be the judge in this one.
But yeah, I typically eat actually the healthy cereals.
No,
but every now and then, like this morning, I indulged.
No need to get defensive.
I indulged in a
Really?
I did.
It looks to me like you've had a couple of bowls of corn pops in your life there, my friend.
What are you talking about?
Man, I know. Hey, I like Lucky Charms.
Yeah, Lucky Charms are
Rosie,
good.
Lucky Charms.
Oh yeah,
I indulged. I'm not going to give away what cereal I had this morning, but it was of the sugary variety.
Now, was it the actual sugary, like for instance, Rosie, Cocoa Puffs, right? Do you like the Cocoa Puffs or the knockoff brand Cocoa Roos?
Oh, Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay,
go.
I
mean,
mean,
they're-
I like the Cocoa Roos.
I do, but it's not the same.
How about the Captain Crunch? Not the Captain Crunch, the Lucky Charms, but the knockoff is Marshmallow Mateys.
Oh,
Get it? You still got it.
By the way, it's
Never
not
had those.
Captain Crunch. It's Cap'n Crunch.
Whatever. Sorry.
Captain Crunch.
I'm not caught up on my
But
sugary seal vernacular.
It used to be Captain Crunch, though, right? It said Captain Crunch on the. I mean, it said that on the label, right?
I think
I think it's Cap'n.
I think it's Captain.
Has it always been
Captain,
Captain?
yeah.
I always just thought it was Captain.
Okay.
Crunch.
Well, that's coming up at the end of the show. So, Trent, you're going to be able to pick who the winner is on that. Okay. Hey, let's start with some state wrestling.
That's all you.
Okay, that is me.
You were
Listen,
there.
I was there on Friday and Saturday with my boss, Mike Sherry, who's a friend of the show, has been on the show. He handled the Central Group, which had a bunch of state finalists and a bunch of state champions. Our area had 3 champions, Brett. Hortonville's Eric Barnett, Freedom's Sam Peters. Barnett, by the way, won 26 in Division 1. Sam Peters for Freedom won 60 in Division 2. And then Wyriga Fremont's Sean Fisher won 20 in Division 3. Those were our 3 champions. Barnett and Fisher in particular finished 47-0 on the season. So congratulations to those 2. And Barnett became, I think, the 64th wrestler to win 3 state titles in his career. By the way, he finished 3rd his freshman year, or else he would have been like the 18th 4-time champ. Incredible stuff. Here's the thing that I put out there, Brett. I did a Sunday feature on Eric Barnett. He should be on the Mount Rushmore of our top wrestlers, which include, of course, Garrett Lowney, the Olympian, and as well Robert Lee, a friend of ours, who's over there at the University of Pittsburgh having a great collegiate career. He's both of those guys 3-time state champs, Brett. So we're just missing one more. So we're hoping another guy comes along to get another 3 championships so we can put him be the 4th guy on the Mount Rushmore, though. But successful wrestling tournament. I had a great time. I don't know if some of the people who were doing it for the first time had great times, but from our system. But hey, it's a learning experience, Brett. And there's nothing. The only thing, and you know this, the only thing more hectic than the individual wrestling tournament, state track.
Ooh, nothing like typing in agate for a state track.
You never get to see the sun.
Yeah, I'm like the guy in Quasimodo and Humpback of
You
Notre
ringing the
Dame.
bell.
I'm just
Ringing
I'm
the
in there
bell.
from beginning to end. But,
Yeah.
3 state champions, is that a little low?
It is. It's about, I mean, we usually have 4 or 5,
Okay.
I would say. And on some years we have 7. But I think we had, 10 wrestlers reach the finals. But this was I thought the 3 wrestlers you're not going to get much better than those 3 guys. Barnett, going to Wisconsin.
Yep.
And Peters, by the way, Arizona State.
Yes, very smart man.
Yes, very smart man.
Smart man, get out of here.
And Sean Fisher is going to Davidson. So that's
okay.
3 Division 1 wrestlers, Brett. I think that speaks very highly of our area.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrestling's a big deal, and I saw some of the highlights, and man, that Cole Center is just jam-packed. It's a rabid crowd.
There is nothing like Championship Saturday when they all come out with the championship march, March of Champions, I should say. It's electric, Brett. It's electric. It's as electric as the finals for the boys' state tournament for basketball. It's you got to be there to appreciate it, in my opinion. Here's where I have a problem. Here's where I have a problem. First off, Ian's Pizza, fantastic. Never lets me down.
Yep.
You can go there, have a slice, have a can of soda for like $4.
Rosie and I have been there by the state capitol, the Ian's Pizza over there, not by the Cole Center.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you're down for state hoops, we'll trot over there and have some pizza. But here's what I have a problem with. Nitty Gritty. Now I know Nitty Gritty's kind of a little bit of a touristy kind of place. Okay, it's for folks who don't go to Madison all the time. Yeah, they have the birthday specials, all that kind of stuff.
Right by the Cole Center.
Right by
on
the Cole
corner,
Center, literally a block down there from the Cole Center.
Gold mine.
This is my problem. Yeah, they're always packed. This is my problem with the Nitty Gritty. I asked for a medium well burger. Okay, first off, I was very thankful that they were actually serving food after 10 o'clock because that's when me and Mike Sherry got there. My burger came it was a rare mess. It was bloody. I didn't like it. And when there's a little too much when it's not done properly, it starts seeping into the bun.
Yep.
Now I had a pretzel bun. That's a little bit more difficult to get soggy.
Those are
Okay,
good buns,
Yeah.
though.
those are no.
Yeah.
That's why I got the pretzel bun.
ruining a
Very
good bun.
unhappy, but I slogged through it. I ate the thing. It was still mooing, in my opinion. Was not happy with the medium well. There should be some pink. It should not be rare. I don't like it rare.
Would agree with that. If you ask it for it medium well, you shouldn't get it where it's dripping blood in your
Right,
bun.
and I
Should have
couldn't.
had him take it back.
I couldn't even finish it. I could have had them take it back, but you
That's
know,
kind of your own fault.
it
You
is
go
my
to
own
with
fault.
The server and
Nah,
say,
I figured I'd come here and complain about it instead. And we had a very nice server. You know, the college girls there doing all the serving, so it was the atmosphere was great. I will say that. But yes, I mean, I was a little disappointed with the nitty gritty. Needless to say, I will not be going there again. I'm going to try the place that's right, I think, down the street, Dottie's Dumplings, or I forgot what it's called. There's another burger place there. I'm going to that one during hoop season.
Check it
I'm
out.
trying to remember the last time I've been to the nitty gritty. Don't they have they have levels, right? Isn't there upstairs and a main level? I can't.
No, I think there's just one, my friend.
Is there just one?
That's
Okay.
State Street Brats. That has a.
Well, there's a place. To
Oh,
go.
that is a good place. I'm never disappointed with State Street Brats. In fact, that's where I'm going. Love that place. Brett, you and I went there one time, I believe.
Yeah, we
during
did.
basketball season.
The food was good, but the company. I'm not going to tell anybody what happened that day, but it was a long time ago. And me, who holds grudges, continues to hold a grudge. So it doesn't involve anybody here. It just involves a former coach.
Okay. All right. Good
But anyway.
stuff. All right.
And Wendy Reed wants to know how Ian Latch did at State.
Ian Latch finished, I want to say fourth. He lost in his third place match. Third at 138. Or fourth, I'm sorry. Fourth at 138. I thought that was the guy who was going to compete for the state title. Now, he did have to go against Hunter Lewis from Stoughton, one of the best wrestlers in our area. So, you know, but I thought for sure he'd reach the title match. But unfortunately, he fell short. But still a great career for Ian Lodge, who is a friend of the show, been on the show. So congratulations to him, as well as all our wrestlers who competed. I thought having 10 wrestlers in the finals was a nice amount for the Post Crescent coverage
Bryce
area.
Schumacher of Little Chute was in the 182
Yes.
finals in Division II.
Yes.
But went against a juggernaut.
Oh, yeah.
That kid from River Valley was undefeated. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was good.
And I'll tell you, I thought Schumacher did well. You know, it wasn't the result that he wanted. By the way, well spoken, good kid.
Yeah,
I
he was
really
very
liked
good
him.
kid. Yep.
So congratulations to him. Yeah, all our wrestlers, they all did a fine job because I don't think people realize how difficult wrestling is. When you get to this level, every wrestler is incredible. I'm telling you, I enjoy watching. My favorite thing, Rosie, is watching the heavyweights go at each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some of those guys, when they get thrown, it just rings throughout the Kohl Center. You just hear that slap on the mat. Whoa. All right. But, hey, I'm back there this weekend, too, for Team Wrestling. By the way, Freedom and Kakana are going to be there. I'll talk about that in a little bit because we have a couple representatives from those two teams on the roundtable later this evening. So, Brett, let's switch quickly to WIA Hoops.
I just want to say, though,
Yes.
you make a great point about being at State. You get to state at any of these sports at any level, it's an accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know you when you're there, you want to win it. I think about state track and the incredible amount of athletes once you're there, that's a heck of a season.
Sometimes there's too many athletes. Like, remember what Eric Barnett was saying?
Yeah.
There's too many.
But
many.
it's a heck of an accomplishment to get there. And kudos to anybody who can make that run, whether it's hoops coming up or wrestling or swimming or gymnastics. It doesn't matter the sport. You've accomplished something when you can end your season at the state level.
By the way, I want to add also about Eric Barnett. He came this close, and I'm rubbing my two fingers together, to pinning every one of his opponents in the postseason. You know, in the prelims, he got a 16-0 tech fall, which is basically a pin over his opponent, but he pinned everybody else at the state tournament. We were kind of just laughing like this. He was just toying with people out there. I don't think he had a point scored on him, to tell you the truth. So it was a fantastic display by Eric Barnett going to UW. All right, Brett. Girls sectional basketball playoffs.
Yes,
look who we have.
Some interesting.
Yes, we have
here.
7 teams in the sectional level. Let me run those down for you. We have Kimberly Appleton East in Division 1.
No. Kimberly versus Spash.
No. I'm just talking about the teams that are in.
Oh, I'm
in the
sorry. I
sectional level.
thought you were saying Kimberly
No.
looking at the
right.
site.
We'll
Okay,
talk
I'm
about
sorry.
the matchups in a little bit.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Kimberly and Appleton East in Division 1, Hortonville, New London, D2, Freedom Wrightstown, D3, Hilbert in D5. Now, to the matchups, Kimberly versus Stevens Point at Appleton East, a game that we are trying.
We will be live.
You
streaming
will be live
tomorrow night.
streaming.
Me and
okay.
Rosie will be there at Appleton East. That's gonna be a good one. That'd be a fun game.
Yes, Kimberly, who I picked to make it to the state tournament. Hopefully they'll be able to come through. They're Appleton East versus Wausau West at Eau Claire. That game is going to be moved. It's at Eau Claire North. I'm going to assume it's going to be moved because you can't have both those teams going all the way to the western side of the state. You would think that'd be moved to maybe Spash or DC Everest.
Yeah, I could see like Spash. Yeah, absolutely. That would make sense. And a potential Kimberly Appleton East matchup right now is scheduled for DC Everest for a sectional championship. I'm guessing that would be moved as well. To
it'd have to be.
Somewhere around this neck of the woods.
Absolutely. Now in Division 2. Now, by the way, yeah, you're right. Kimberly and Appleton East, if they win, they will match up in the sectional final.
Yeah, but how about Wausau West knocking off
Appleton North? That was a shocking.
Overtime.
Yeah, shocking.
Is it though?
I think it is. I know Wausau West has the 2 Division 1 girls, but
and a Hall of Fame coach.
Then how do you have a 7 seed?
That's what I don't understand. They have a great record.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Was it Tom Weiskopf, I think, or Weinkoff? Weinkoff. He led Newman Catholic to a state title. I know he's a Hall of Fame coach, WBCA Hall of Fame coach, I believe. And they have the 2 Division I athletes. So that a 7 seed.
Yeah, still
wow.
Still a good game. Now, in my opinion, East matches up with them, in my opinion. So we'll see how that turns out. I still think Kimberly's the best out of those 4 teams.
We'll look out for Spash. They took it to Chippewa Falls last night, finally playing the regional championship after all these postponements. But Chippewa Falls just recently hammered Spash, so it was a nice bounce back. And Stevens Point has a D1 recruit of its own, and Leah Ernest.
Okay,
she's going to Valpo. She's just a junior. I think she was averaging over 20. I mean, she might be mid-20s a game. She's a really, really good player, but I'm going to say Kimberly's going to
Kimberly with
Spash.
Kimberly with DeCant, and then obviously Schreiber. They have a lot of great players. I mean, when you can bring a Maggie Cartwright off the bench, a 6'3" girl. Yeah. That says a whole lot. Now,
it's a good matchup, though.
It is. It's going to be a great matchup. Division 2, Hortonville versus New London. These 2 teams playing each other for the right to go to the sectional final, BC. So what are your thoughts on that? 2 local teams there.
Yeah, number 1, number 2 seed. That was actually a game, Rosie, that we had talked about as a potential if Spash had lost to Chippewa Falls. I'm thinking maybe we do Hortonville, New London. But I'm going to go to the Polar Bears. You're going from the FEA versus the Bay. I'm not knocking the Bay by any stretch, but the FEA is just a different level. I think Hortonville dropping down to D2 is definitely battle tested, knowing that they've had tough games against Appleton East, Appleton North, and Kimberly.
Hortonville been to the state tournament the last 2 years. Now New London has a rich history of making it to the state tournament and winning the Division 2 title. They are led by Kate Christian. Obviously, Hortonville has the Macy McGlone, like we all know, the UWM recruit, so she's an outstanding
Strength
post
of schedule
player.
Matters.
Right, and I think you're right. I agree with you on that. Hortonville, with that resume, you would think should advance to the sectional final. I still think they're going to make it to state. I think they're better than a lot of the other teams that are in that section. Now, D3, here's an interesting one. Freedom versus Wrightstown at O'Connell Falls.
That's too bad it's up at O'Connell Falls.
Yeah. You know, the other side of the bracket is Kewanee and Kiel. I think Freedom or Wrightstown are better than either of those 2 teams. So, in my opinion, one of those 2 teams is going to make it to the state tournament. That's a great matchup, though, Brett. 3rd time this year.
That's a coin flip. I have no idea what to expect.
Which teams are going to show up? Freedom that whipped Wrightstown in the first meet, or Wrightstown that whipped Freedom in the second?
I think Wrightstown's playing its best basketball right now.
That's good to see.
I'm going to give them the edge just because I think they're really playing some good ball, and they just took down Freedom.
They did.
But that's still a coin flip game. I think this time is going to be a very close game, though.
Okay.
Freedom's got the size.
It's not going to be the 20-point blowouts.
Freedom, and give Little Shoot credit. Freedom struggled against Little Shoot the other day.
Yeah, but Little Shoot's better.
They're a good team.
Yes.
But it was a close game, and that game could have gone either way. I just think Wrightstown right now might be clicking a little bit.
Division 5, Hilbert versus Hustisford?
Hustisford, I believe is how you say it.
At West Bendix. Yeah, Hilbert always does well in D5. They play in the Big East. They drop down to D5. McKaylee Kuhn, my girl, she's going to do it for Hilbert. They're going to reach at least the sectional finals. Who knows? Maybe they'll pop on through the state, Brett. But that's always good to see the Wolves, enrollment 120 or something over there?
Yeah.
Doing their thing over there. Hey, we're going to switch over, or you have something else to add to this, Brett?
That was another Freedom Wrightstown would have been a fun game to stream as well, Rosie, but going up to O'Connell Falls is a little bit of a hike. So
O'Connell Falls is a nice gym, though.
It is a beautiful gym. Yeah. Beautiful gym. But I don't know what their capabilities are as far as technical goes. I'm sure they have Wi-Fi or some sort of port in there, but we got to do Kimberly Spash. That's a Division 1, 2 big schools.
No, you have
big,
to.
Big fan bases. I don't know what we'll do for a sectional final. Maybe it's Wrightstown Freedom versus Kewanee is a possibility. That's going to be at Kaukauna, but we'll see. If it's Kimberly Appleton East, my hunch tells me that we'll try to stream that one on Saturday afternoon.
That would be great if you could, Brett. I'll be watching online.
Where is that one supposed to be at?
Well, that one right now is supposed to be at DC Everest, but I know they'll move it.
Yeah.
They'll have to move it.
They'll move it. They'll move it here in the Appleton area.
Yeah. Well, boys regionals opened up yesterday, BC,
Yes,
and so I have made my predictions. By the way,
Yes, I saw
I'm
those.
going to get to that really quickly here. But Brett, what are your thoughts? Because I know you were at a game yesterday.
Yeah, wasn't much of a game.
No,
but
it wasn't much of a game, exactly.
I saw a little shoot to take down Tomahawk, 92-34 was running clock in the second half. So,
Ouch!
So we weren't worried about the upset. They weren't hot shooters and
No. I mean, it was one of those typical, maybe they're keeping it close for a little while. And then actually I was impressed with Little Shoot in the fact that they came out with energy, they came out with focus, and they didn't let up. You know, you can easily just sort of start to coast, but they didn't. And I took that as a good sign. Anytime you can beat any team by almost 60 points, that's an impressive victory. Yeah. So it's going to get a lot harder for the Mustangs now. They got a tough one at Peshtigo on Friday night. Peshtigo team was there scouting, but it's a fun time of year. But, you know, it's sub-regional stuff. Now you're going to start to get to the nitty-gritty once Friday.
Come on, Peshtigo. Come on.
Easy now. They're
Bulldogs.
They're dangerous. They've got some athletes.
Okay.
The Van Voren kid, I believe he's going to be running.
I'm predicting a Little Shoot victory, my friend.
I believe he's running track at Marquette next year. He's a big, strong, strapping kid. And they got a couple other bigs. But we talk about strength of schedule, right?
Yep.
Actually, the Northeastern did well. I think Clintonville won last night. O'Connell Falls won last night. So you get those teams down there. They're not. It's that Clintonville team. I'm telling you,
they dominated that game.
They're more dangerous than you realize.
Okay, truckers.
The truckers
right.
doing some good things on the hardwood this year. The record might not indicate it, but they're certainly a far better program than they had been.
Brett, let me run down my picks for the winners in the Division 1, or the 5 divisions, if you don't mind. In Division 1, Brett, my championship game, Kimberly over Waukesha West. Stunner because I don't have Sussex Hamilton, but no, I'm going with Waukesha West in that one. I'll just run these by you real quick. Division 2, I have Nicolay over Milwaukee, Washington. Not really a surprise there. Boy, that'd be a heck.
Whoop.
That'd be a heck of a division.
Remember that live stream do's and don'ts I sent
Yes,
you?
you're right. Sorry, I had a little slippage there. In Division 3, Brett, Martin Luther over Waupun, but I have Xavier getting there from our area. We'll talk about that in a little bit. In Division 4, Roncalli over Lord's Academy. Yeah. Not really a surprise there. In Division 5, I did have my thing.
Must have Sheboygan Lutheran, right?
Yeah, I do. A Sheboygan Lutheran over Columbus Catholic. That'll be a good game. That's two Gannett 10 G10 teams.
Well, yeah, we could have quite a bit of a representation down at Madison, keeping us busy. I can't really argue with any of those. Could this be the year that finally Kimberly makes it?
I'd love to see Kimberly make it. You know, Coach Lucky Word
he's
says
a great guy.
Yeah, he's won a title with Laconia. Wapani had a great career there, and then Kimberly, he's come so close. He plays in the most competitive Division I league in the state, in my opinion.
He's got a lot of pieces. Jacobson.
He's got the pieces.
And
I don't think Division I is up for grabs.
Yeah.
I know Sussex Hamilton has the Baldwin kid, but it's up for grabs. It's not the powerhouse that Division II is. So I really think Kimberly's going to win the state title, and we'd all be blessed to see that team, Coach Wirtz do it, because he's been a great guy. He's been a great resource for us in terms of story ideas, and very accessible. So I really wish him the best.
He's got a nice team, can do things inside, outside. He's got shooters. He's got ball handlers. Reed Miller is really starting to kind of get comfortable now here in the FVA.
Yep.
It's not surprising. That's tough to transition from playing at Marshfield with those guys and coming in with a brand new team. And it takes some time, but you're starting to see his talent shine through. They got a good bench, and they've got a heck of a coaching staff.
Heck of a coaching staff.
When you add John Milkey to the mix, too. D2 is going to be interesting. I'm going to be interested to see how far Kaukauna goes. I believe that I think they might run into Nicolay.
Yes, would run into Nicolay in sectionals. Yes.
So that's going to be pretty difficult. Nicolay is a steamrolling everybody right now to nobody's surprise. D3, you talk about D1 field that's open. D3, at least in this section, we've talked about this on this show before. I was actually texting with Mark Miller. He had told me about a mutual acquaintance who unfortunately had passed away. Yeah, and he started talking about that D3 sectional. It could be one of every 5-6 teams that could emerge. I know you're picking Xavier. I can't argue with that. I can't argue if you say Wrightstown. I couldn't argue if you say Freedom.
Don't say Peshtigo.
I couldn't argue if you said Denmark.
Okay.
I couldn't argue if you said Little Shoot. Any one of those teams could catch fire.
All NEC teams besides Xavier.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brett, for coming over to my side.
I'm not. We're going to argue about this again?
No.
I'm just saying that those other teams, the Southern Doors and the Peshtigos of the world, have pieces that can get hot, carry a team, and win some games.
Get out of here with your pieces. Anyway, Sheboygan Lutheran over Columbus Catholic. Yeah. Sheboygan Lutheran has.
I'm out of here. I'm sick of this show.
Columbus Catholic over Columbus, or Sheboygan Lutheran over Columbus Catholic. What if this does come to fruition, Brett? You're going to see a lot of chirping going on about the private school thing again, because I have two making it in D5, and I have 3 making it in D4, and not so much maybe D2. But no, I don't have any in D2. But those lower divisions, D3, D5, is where you see the private schools kind of come through. How much chirping do you think there's going to be?
Well, it shouldn't be because there's open enrollment at the public school level.
Thank you.
Now, so you can't chirp about private schools. And what was Gene Strews, the old FVL athletic director, once he told us years ago, is that the biggest hurdle for or the knock as far as recruiting is the tuition cost. It costs some money to go to Fox Valley Lutheran and Xavier. By the way, I didn't mean to slight Xavier in Division III either. It wouldn't be a surprise if the Hawks made. And I've heard hearing rumblings. I don't know if it's true that Egan might be back.
Oh my! I didn't know that.
That'd be a huge boost for them because he's a heck of a player. So, just want to make sure that I mentioned that the Hawks are a very real threat to come out of that sectional. They're really, really good. So, but yeah. I'm tired of the chirping. I mean, there's open enrollment everywhere now. So.
We see that with Nicolay. They just made a super team, for crying out loud.
Yeah, if my son wanted to open enroll at Kimberly, there's no cost. If he wanted to go and attend Xavier, there's a cost.
Yes, and good point, Brett.
I mean, I almost look at the public school issue as a far bigger deal than private schools that have to recruit students to come in, but then those students also have to pay a significant tuition fee.
Great point, Brett. Great point. Okay. Hey, let's quick preview the roundtable, and then we'll get to our fantasy draft.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
roundtable
more wrestling.
Yeah,
tonight.
more wrestling. Bryson Alstein of Kaukauna, St. Peters of Freedom. I talked to both their respective coaches. They're going to be here later tonight. Brett, St. Peters, of course, won the title in D2. Bryson Alstein, I want to say he lost in the third place match, also finished 4th. So he had an outstanding tournament. And this kid's pretty intense, Brett. Both these guys are intense.
Good.
But,
I hope they take you down.
No, they're not going to take me down. I would not like to see that. But yeah, so both Alston and Peters, both outstanding wrestlers. So I want to pick their brain a little bit going into the team state tournament. Now Kaukauna ranked 5th, seeded 5th. Mm-hmm. They're going against Holman, and Freedom is seeded 2, and they're going against Gail Ettrick Trempolo in their respective. How
do you see that playing out?
Well, I think Freedom will make the title match. Kaukauna, I mean, they're matched up against Holman, who they beat, I want to say last year in the quarters. I just don't think this is Kaukana's year.
Plus, they didn't have to play Stoughton or go against Stoughton.
Right. They won't have to face Stoughton, but they'll have to face McWanago.
Oh, okay.
And McWanago beat them already this year in a duel. So McWanago is really, really, really good. So I think out of both those teams, Freedom has the best chance of winning the state title. So that's what I'm going to go with. But hey, time for our fantasy draft. Brett, lay down the rules. Are there any kind of rules concerning your sugary schools?
I don't think
sugary
so.
cereals?
It's just sugar. No? I'll be the judge to determine if it's a true sugary cereal. But like you can't say like a regular bowl of Cheerios dumping a whole bunch of sugar on it to sweeten it up. Okay, you can't do that.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Brett, who should pick first? You want to have Rosie pick first?
Yeah, let's go Rosie pick first, and we'll go from there, huh?
Well, who's picking second then? You gotta let me know.
You can go second.
Okay. Brett has the final pick.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Rosie, you got number 1. Go ahead, my friend.
I'm gonna go with Peanut Butter Captain Crunch.
Okay, that's a good one.
Peanut.
That's a high seed.
Butter Captain Crunch. Interesting. I'm gonna go with the classic Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Yep, I knew that. That might be your top seed overall.
Wow, Frosted Flakes.
The original. Okay, Brett.
And then I'm going to go with maybe one of my all-time favorites is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the good stuff right there.
I mean, that you could eat a whole box just sitting down. And
now, I want to remind that our friend Trent will, who is homesick right now, he will pick the winner out of these lists. So, Brett, you have the first pick in the second round. Go ahead.
I'm going to go then with another classic. I got to go with Lucky Charms.
Oh, man. You got 2 heavy hitters right there.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. Oof. Oh, I'm going to go my second. I'm staying with Kellogg's. We're going to go with Fruit Loops.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah, Fruit Loops is good.
Okay, Rosie, your second round pick.
Oh, I'm going to go with Count Chocula.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not going to win
Just
this
as long
week.
as you didn't go with Blueberry.
No. Count Chocula. The
I've
old
never
Count
had Blueberry.
Chocula.
I've had Count Chocolate. I've never had
Yeah.
Blueberry.
The old Count Chocula, man, they gave you great big marshmallows. Nowadays, they changed. But it's still one of my favorites. So
Okay. Well, you get the first pick in the third round, my friend.
now, does it matter if it's not made anymore?
No.
Okay.
It's just whenever you.
I don't even know if you guys will remember it.
Don't say Mr. T cereal.
No, I loved this cereal.
Mr. T.
It had I remember it was a blue box with a little space guy on it. It was called Quisp.
Oh, I think I do remember
Quisp.
that.
I remember this.
But
Yeah.
that is pretty much.
How do you spell it, my friend?
Eliminated you from contention.
Yeah, Quisp.
No, I remember that cereal.
Yeah, because my other one was Apple Jacks, but I like Quisp more.
Okay.
Apple Jacks.
Okay, boy, this is tough here now. You know what? I'm going to go with Corn Pops as my third.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Brett.
I'm going to go this one because this just gets so good with milk in it, but I got to go with Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah.
That is so good. That's another one.
See,
where you
I'm
Those are
not a big
chocolatey.
fan of Fruity Pebbles. What's the chocolate one?
Chocolate.
Cocoa
Or
Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa-
Yeah,
I like
Chocolate
Cocoa Pebbles. All right, Brett, your number one pick in the fourth round.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go with what I had this morning because I love this cereal, and I don't eat it a lot, but it's Golden Grams.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, those are really good.
It's over, isn't it?
Those
Well,
are
I don't
awesome.
know. 'Cause
It's over.
Here's why: because you picked a couple things already with cinnamon in it, Golden Grams and cinnamon
Golden
toast.
Grams doesn't have cinnamon.
Yeah,
It's
it
just,
does,
it's just
doesn't it?
straight graham cracker.
Golden Grams. No, Golden Grams are more just like Brett said, just graham.
Yeah, but the
crackers.
golden is the
No,
cinnamon.
it's the honey.
Okay,
the honey.
well, we'll
So,
have to do
like,
some
honey-
research on this because I thought I tasted a little bit of cinnamon. My sophisticated palate.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is
That's cinnamon. Ooh.
Cinnamon,
Okay.
yeah, that's cinnamon bombs there.
It's over, Trent.
Not so fast, my friend. My fourth pick, Rice Krispies.
Is that sugary though?
Sure.
Rice Krispies? I don't know.
It doesn't even
Is
have
it?
it. You got to put sugar on
Yeah,
it.
Do you?
Yeah, you gotta put sugar
It
on
just
those.
it's snap, crackles, and pops.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Picking up.
I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have
Wow
to.
us was
I'll
something
be,
else.
I'll be honest. I haven't had Rice Krispies in a while, except for Rice Krispie bars.
Rice Krispie bars, yeah. If there's
yeah.
nothing in the cabinet, there's a box of Rice Krispies. Like,
Oh.
I guess
Or
I gotta,
Scotcheroos.
Now I got to think.
See, now why doesn't Rice Krispies do like a Scotcheroos cereal? Well, that
they
would
should.
be good.
Now, Brett. Now remember, Trent's picking this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the peanut butter. You have the Captain Crunch, the peanut butter, like they're like the little balls. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What are those called? I can't remember the name of them.
Was it like Reese's
Reese's
right?
peanut butter.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Reese's,
about.
yeah,
Reese's
they make
Puffs.
Yes.
Reese's
Reese's
Puffs.
Puffs. That's
Okay,
That's a good cereal, actually.
that is. It's too good, man. I can down a whole box in like 4 days. All right, Rosie, you got the final pick.
My final one will be Apple Jacks.
Oh, okay.
that's a classic.
Apple Jacks is all right. Apple
Now,
Jacks is
there
all
was
right.
one that I was going to pick, but
Let's
I don't
hear
know
it.
if they make it anymore. Remember, it's like Waffle-O's or something. That's got
Oh,
like
yeah.
syrup in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn
Those
good, too.
tore the heck out of the roof of your mouth.
No, that's Captain Crunch tears the
No,
roof out of
that
your-
did too, but all of those Waffles were so good.
Those are too good.
I'm
too.
surprised
loved
no
them.
one
Loved them.
No one picked a Golden Crisp or Sugar Smash.
I had it on my list, but I
Never
liked
liked it.
Apple Jacks.
I always
more.
like the Komrowski.
Now, let me
The
qualify
Golden
this by
Crisp.
saying my normal go-to bowls of cereal when I go home, I always joke I'm going to go home and eat cereal. It's either Raisin Bran, it's a bowl of Cheerios,
Okay.
or Honey Bunches of Oats. So I'm eating
Okay.
healthy cereals.
I'm eating the K cereal with the almond slices in it.
Yeah.
That's
like-
what I'm doing.
I do Raisin Nut Bran.
All right.
Very-
Wait, is that the one that's Raisin Nut Bran? Is that the one? Oh no, I'm thinking of what's the one that looks like chicken feed? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Grape
grape
nuts.
nuts.
Grape nuts.
Yeah.
Who eats that
I
stuff?
I don't know. I like that or that granola
Or
cereal.
Kicks. I
Kicks is
remember.
Kicks is
Oh,
okay.
Kicks
Yeah,
is
it's like,
good, yeah.
it's like eating nothing. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But
It's okay.
I very rarely indulge in these types of cereals anymore.
Yes,
Other
listen to
than
you.
there is a box of Golden Grams this morning. I'm like, and normally I eat oatmeal for the morning, but
Okay.
I saw that Golden Graham box this morning. I'm like, I gotta have a bowl of Golden Grams.
You're
this morning.
mine.
It's all about moderation, Rosie.
It
You only
is.
had one
It
bowl, a
is.
big mixing bowl.
Just yeah. I put it in a big stainless steel bowl.
It's only one bowl.
Moderation and portion control.
Okay.
That's what it's.
I
all
don't know
about.
anything about
It's
that.
hard to do portion control when it tastes so good.
Good stuff. Well, hey, Trent will get to pick check us out on Twitter, by the way, at PC Ricardo, at PC Brettsy, and at Metal Rosie. Trent will pick who the winner is, and we'll discuss it quick next week as well. How's that sound, Brett?
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
Okay,
That was
so
an
there
easy
you go.
Topic.
And I'll put those up, and I always happen to put it up, and I never do. This one I have to because Trent's picking the winner. So yeah, so look for that on Twitter at PC Ricardo.
I just want to
Remember
plug.
to Google Quisp, Trent. So
I just want to plug again tomorrow night's live stream, 6:45 start time roughly. Yep. Game is now at 7 because there are no JV games to worry about anymore. So it's going to start at 7 o'clock sharp. But
7.
Find it on postcrescent.com, StevensPointJournal.com, and those 2 Facebook pages as well. And post.cr/games has all of our live streams. And the plan is, again, for us to live stream a sectional final girls basketball game Saturday afternoon is usually when those, I think, tip off like around 1 o'clock.
Brett, one more thing. Can we officially announce? Do you officially announce who are?
Oh, yeah. We should talk about that.
Yeah, go ahead real quick. We've announced who are for the Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show.
Yeah, let me do that again. May 8th, Fox Cities Performing Arts Center right down the street here in downtown Appleton. It's our Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show with featured speaker Michael Phelps, Olympic champion. And I've been hearing from the folks that I deal with in planning the show that there has been a big buzz that ticket sales have spiked substantially.
Great.
Once we announced that Michael Phelps is our guest. So it's going to be fun. May 8th, and we got to start getting the winter nominees going here because my deadline will be coming up here shortly to get those
We'll get those to you. We'll get those to you. But that's big news. Michael Phelps, one of the most recognizable people on the planet after winning how many total?
23 gold medals, was it? And 28 medals overall.
He could still do it now if he wanted to go back to competitiveness.
The most decorated Olympian of all time.
Incredible. Can't wait to...
You'll have to ask him how do you display all those medals?
That's what I was going to ask. Like, how do you do that?
He's going to come out wearing them all. That's what he's going to do.
That'd be great.
Like the old letter jackets where it clinks. You hear
that?
That'd
be a good photo op because he takes pictures with all the winners. Remember?
Yeah, he does.
That'd be great.
Hey, if you want, tickets are for sale right now, and you can get them at sportsawards.wisconsinmedia.com.
Outstanding.
And they're very reasonably priced. So check it out. But we got to fill that venue up. We want to get.
Yeah.
We got 2,100 capacity. We want to get close to 2,000 people in that place.
All right, good stuff. Well, hey,
we do have Wendy Reed has 2 questions.
Yes.
One, why is it that the healthy cereals are always so much more expensive than the sugary
I agree with
ones?
that. Yes.
And number 2 is any news on the Clubhouse Live guest?
Wendy
there's
Reed,
news.
Wrong format to be asking about Clubhouse Live. This is the R&B Show. Clubhouse Live information will be posted on our Clubhouse Live Facebook page. This is a preps
But
show.
we're still developing that, though, and it's looking like there might be, would you say, a leader in the clubhouse?
There's a leader in the clubhouse that we're excited about, but until it's locked and loaded, we can't say anything.
That's
so
right.
Okay.
we're making some inroads there, Wendy, and again, we'll put that out on our Facebook page and we'll tweet it out.
Well, good stuff.
I don't
Brett.
know if we'll announce that on the R&B show.
No, well, we can still talk about it, though.
We could.
Devote a
But
couple minutes.
always appreciate Wendy checking in with us.
Thank you, Wendy, and Jerry Laundry, if you're also watching.
Yeah, he is watching.
Yes.
He is watching. Jerry
Thank
and
you
I
so
share
much,
our
the two
same
of you. We
birthday.
really appreciate you checking us out. And again, if you want to listen to us every week, just download us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google
Yeah,
Play
you
for
say
all
that-
your podcasts.
That you're seeing more uploads now. For
Yeah,
the show?
oh, definitely.
It's really-
It's averaging. It's averaging after a couple weeks about this is just through iTunes. 100 listens, so
Wow.
that I don't even take into account Google Play or Stitcher, so it might be even more than
We're
that. So
like a
we appreciate
sensation.
you guys, everyone. We love you.
All right.
Have
here
a
we
good
go.
week, everyone. See you next week.
One-handed right here, one-armed.
Oof.
Pretty good.
Still got it.
Pretty good.
Look at that. Covered up left hand side of the camera.
Pretty good.
It's not all horrible.